The 1998 through 99 NABI LFW 35 to 40-foot series 2400 series buses were some of the most unusual looking buses I've ever ridden and seen in my lifetime. However, we will break everything down right now. The 2400 series was equipped with a Cummins ISL engine and an Allison 400BR transmission. These buses were also numbered from 2401 to 2453, with 2453 being a demo unit for Pace Burton Bus. In total, 52 units were produced, and these buses sound identical to this. From 1999 to 2013, these particular 2400 series buses could be spotted at two different garages, North Shore and as well as South. From that time frame, a lot of these buses were in okay shape, but still, they had their problems, mainly with the craftsmanship of that time. So the whole concern with the buses back then, and most operators labeled them as piece of crap, was that the buses had a lot of mechanical issues regarding engine, transmission, the AC blowing. After the official retirement, the village of Highland Park basically used these for Ravinia Fest. So such examples could be 2442 and other 2438 ran these routes. Of course, like always, these particular buses were labeled a piece of junk pretty much since they were brand new. The guy wrote, I remember seeing a couple of them break down to Dan Ryan back in 2000, 2001 while they were working the old 355 to the loop. And this is relatively true. Also in 395 as well, they also broke down as well. Perfect example would have been 2422, working 395. If you look back at the photo, that bus broke down several times going to Hodgkins. I know, especially from my time frame, most of the 2400s mainly wound up at North and South, but because of transfer in between the two divisions at the time, a lot of these guys were still in service, mainly doing school trips and regular weekday rush a lot of the time back then, 2009 to 2012. But a lot of them were mainly, gone. 24/7 was one of those guys that I know were gone. 357 was another one that had a lot of 2400s. 2453 was the barbecue bus because it did catch on fire a few years earlier, And those are the few miles that were retired already. 2423 was one of the few examples or demonstrators that was effectively the demonstrator for Pace. Pardon me for that. The FTA life for each bus was 12 years. It shows all the buses that were still in service back then. But basically what it goes to show is that most of these buses were basically split up between Highland Park and now as I'm sitting here heading down I-94 heading towards Toronto, I've also thought about this very carefully. I've noticed that these videos do come out a little later than usual, and I'm going to decide to change that right away. So starting January 1st, 2023, New Year's Day, all videos will be released within 2 to 5 days to prevent any backlog. Of course, I want to wish you all a safe and happy holidays. And Jay, aka the Quality J, ordered G to the Rough at 1995, signing off.